Hello, this is the subset class for the reformer. It's called Sticking It to the Reformer, and basically what we're going to do is use a standard reformer with one red or one blue spring, so you might vary that a little bit. And I have, using my Makarlu Osso Lungo. If you don't have an Osso Lungo, use a roll-up bar. We will try and organise this so that you can use this in a variety of settings. So what I'm doing is I'm just sort of setting up the lighting in camera for you. What I'd like you to do is get your Osso Lungo or your roll-up bar, and I want you to attach it to your reformer straps. So if you've got the Osso Lungo, you can either use the comfort bars that you can get separately from Elements, or you can use your straps that come with it. I'm just going to just use the comfort bars because I've just had them on for something else today. And all you're going to do is hook them on to your Lungo. Now make sure your straps are equal. The dreaded nightmare for all Pilates teachers as we try and get everything set up. So what I'd like you to do is make sure you've got one red, one blue to start with, and we're going to lie down on the reformer. So Michael, my model, is going to come on over here, and Michael, can you please lie down? I'm going to give you a pillow, head there, bottom there near the springs. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is we're just going to start really gently, and then we're going to slowly build it up. If at any time this doesn't feel right for you, back it down. Sometimes I might get a pillow or a little wedge under someone's hips because some of this might feel just a little bit too much for them. Michael, can you put your hands on the Osso, hands wide? There. And I'm going to get your feet to stand on, just staying on the platform where they are. You're going to push your arms up straight and bring that there. Beautiful. Just holding that above your head, keeping a little bit of tension on the springs. And you're just going to pelvic curl up just that little bit, vertebra at a time, one vertebra at a time. See if you can take your bottom up higher, or is that just too much? The hammies. Yeah, good. Just to there, then roll back down. So you're really keeping the pressure into the bar, holding that there. Just do two more like that, please, Michael. Just warming up, vertebra at a time. Now, I find that one red, one blue spring is kind of a nice sort of mid-level. I was trying this before and I had just a half a spring or a blue spring on, and that was just a little bit nasty. How's that feel, Michael? Yeah. So now what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to slowly bring the bar to your knees as you do a nice chest lift up. So you're going to press the carriage out just a bit with your feet, and you're slowly going to lift your head up just to there, and then really press your heels into the platform. Stay there in your half lift, and just take your arms up and down just a little bit, just to there, and go back down. So today I'd like you to do between 5 and 10. You choose your number. Just go slowly and up. Now you'll see if you're using the Osso Lungo, there's a little eye in the middle there. I want you to just focus on your eye in the middle. I want you to focus and lift your head up. Good. Just to there and back. If you've got a standard roll-up bar, you might find this is a little bit narrow for you. Sometimes I find the roll-up bars are just that little bit narrow. If you can, just put your hands as wide on the bar as you need. Good. Nice. How's that feel? How many is that?
Yep, that's
A lot. Okay. So just take your just there, lifting your head and shoulders up just that little bit. Now from there, I want you to keep the pressure in your hands. Bring one knee up. Good. It should line up the narrow bit on the osso. And then you're going to take the other leg up. Good. Nice work. See if now what you can do is just lift your arms up just a little bit further. And down. Get that nice little joyous sense of lower tummy work. And you can leave your head down if you like. Good. So from there, one leg up. You can leave your head down if you need to. Take the other leg up. Just pressing into the bar. Then slowly lower the first leg down. And then to the second. So two more this time. Yeah. Taking that leg up and down. Now, I'm letting Michael take this just to the platform. If you've got a super strong client, you might take them to take their feet all the way down to the floor for the springs. It's a choice you might want to make. Just final one, Michael, just to there, and then nice. Feeling okay? So can you bring your knees to your chest now? Keep your arms. Yeah. And we're just going to put the bar underneath your knees. Underneath your knees. Okay, that's okay. Good. Now, so just got that nice sort of cuddled up, some sort of sense. Your bottom might be coming up just a little bit so you get that nice lumbar stretch. Then if you can, what I'm going to get you to do is just slowly press your feet back down towards the springs. Nice. Just there. And then just roll back up. Just four more. Some of you might not have a roll-up bar or an osso, and so you might be using a stick, just a long stick in between your standard straps. And that's okay, but sometimes I find that it gets a bit slippery and it feels a little bit unsteady, especially with some of the stuff that we're coming up. But if you're doing that, what I would suggest that when you have your straps and you put it on the bar, get your straps and put a rubber band around the straps just to keep them really secure. Okay? Good. How's that feel? Nice. So now what you're going to do here, Michael, is I'm going to get you just to twist your pelvis towards me. So it's like what we call a little mermaid tail. Good. And back. So what you'll do, one hand on the bar, one hand on the other side, and you're just going to push that stick away and use that as a way sort of driving your sacrum. I call it mermaid tail. Some people have different visuals that they can use. How's that feel? Just get that nice sort of twist in the pelvis. So you're going to do four more like that, please. One more. For your last two, you're going to do the same thing. You twist your pelvis, but now you're going to straighten your legs up. So we're coming into more like a pendulum position. And you're going to twist the pelvis round and take your legs back to the side. And then round, up, and to the other side. Nice. So then we're going to reverse the directions. Beautiful. Around. So this is where I feel like it is like a mermaid tail or a whale's tail, just flipping around. Makes a nice time in the water. Good. Is that okay?
Yep, fine.
Just getting a stretch in your back. So now what I'm going to get you to do is put your feet also in the little grooves. Okay, now the osso's got little grooves in it, just there's a narrow necky bit and a round bit. This is what I kind of like when I'm using my feet on the bar. If you just have a standard roll-up bar, I'm going to suggest that you really try and have some mats on there so that you can get your grip really clear. And if you've just got a stick, you're just using a stick in your straps, really tighten those straps up because I don't want to see this stick flying on you, okay? So Michael, what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to push the bar away from you towards the foot bar. Yeah, nice, good. Now you're going to keep your hips and your pelvis just on there. Nice. Back and forward. And there. Good. Not feeling around. Just a nice little wiggle. Now from there, Michael, what I'm going to get you to do is take your legs up, straighten your legs up, keep your legs nice and straight. Pushing your legs up. Good. Now, curl your toes right around the bar. I want you to really feel, oh yeah, don't snap anything. I want you to feel the arches of your feet are working. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Push your feet towards the bar, straighten your legs down. So it's just a nice standard double leg lower and lift. But what I like by using the bar, it really helps you bring that articulation into your feet. So now Michael, keep that arch curled around, press the heel under the bar seat. Yeah, good. Coming back up. Nice. So the more dorsiflexion you can get in your foot as you go up, the nicer hamstring flexion. Now what I want you to do is only go so far as you can keep your sits bones down, okay? Now curl your toes round and push the feet down. We're only going to do 6 of these. Just flex your heels, push your heels away from you. Yeah, good. And then come back up. Is that okay? Then curl your feet round. Flex your feet, push, 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 push away. Good. Curl down. Nice. Now, Michael, what I'd like you to do is just stay there. See if you can just bring your heels together. So I want you to pivot. Yeah, nice. Really pivot from the hips here. You might have to take the feet down a little bit, but that's okay. Keep the heels together, anchored around. Squeeze the heels together. Keep your legs straight for just that moment and hold it there. Push your heels away and under the bar and then bend your knees in and out. Just bend the knees in and out. And pushing back out. Doing your frogs, and you can really feel that control that you need with the bar in a way that you don't always realise when you've got your feet strapped, so you can sometimes not appreciate how much control you need. How's that feel, Michael? Now hamstrings going to snap. With the other one, your hamstrings were really tight there. So final one. Now what I'm going to get you to do, Michael, is you're going to just keep your heels glued together and you're just going to take your legs to the side and back. So you just going to do like a little wave. So you're going to dip the bar down just a little bit as you go to the side and and then go back to the other side. Yes, you hold on to the edge of the carriage. Sort of like a nice little oblique challenge. Can you feel that? Some of you might prefer to do this by holding on to the back of your shoulder rest and just putting your hands behind there. But I kind of like just getting this one more time. Sort of like making a rainbow. Just going down and back. Okay, nice. If you like, you can now just bring your knee, not do one more, then do my slow one. Bring your knees to your chest, all the way in. We're holding the bar, your hands on the bar. Take your feet down and out, your feet on the bar. Oh, nice one. Just a moment, come out of bed, please. I'm just going to come up to standing. I'll be kind. Oh, look at that. Look how tall you are, Michael.
I'm sure before.
Yeah, you were. Michael's saying he's shorter than me. No, how does the back feel?
That's good.
A bit looser?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, and you can change this program around a little bit if you prefer. Like some people like to start standing. I kind of feel that it's a really nice way to calm the nervous system down by having people lie down for this particular program. But you know, you make your choices, or when you're progressing clients, you may then to just have a little bit start standing work. So Michael, what I'm going to get you to do is I've just taken it down to one blue spring for now, and that's because that's my central spring. If you want, you can put whatever your central spring is. So Michael, can you come in here please, and I'd like you to stand in the well, either side of the spring, facing away. Yep. So make sure when you do this that you hold on to the bar, because it's going to help hold this out for you. Can you put your hands, both hands, nice and wide? Okay. So what I'd like you to do first of all is you're just going to bring that to your hips. Now, what I like people to really get enough thinking about is to press more with the pinky finger. So you may find that having your hands just over the edge of the bar, so your hands are slightly rotated into your pinky finger, and it will just help you get just that little bit more slide into your lower traps and just into the edge of your inferior point of the scapula. Feel that? Now, what I get you to do is just do two more like that. So you know what it's lat pulls. So now, Michael, what I'm going to get you to do is hold that there. I'm just going to do your chariot pull or your neck pull. Just turning your head from one side to the other. Getting that nice little connection. And it is deceptive that even on one blue spring, it can feel a little bit heavier than you realise. So you can take your arms out now and just keep control of the carriage. I don't want to see anyone's knees being banged. So Michael, now can you just bend the knees and you're just going to stick your bottom out. Good. So from there, what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to now just bring the elbows back. Okay, good. And then go back forward. Okay? Elbows back and forward, just a nice little row. You should be feeling your bottom really sticking back towards the foot bar. Sits bones working. Can you feel that? Nice. Just two more. Now, Michael, what I'm going to get you to do is put your hands going to do is just stand up for a sec, take some pressure off your quads. And I'm just going to let you just hinge back just a little into your heels. Yeah. And then come into your toes. Just sort of rock forward, back, heels to toes. So you feel like you have that sort of water skiing feeling, heels to toes. Just a nice little connection there. I like it because it's a nice little vestibular challenge, sort of just working through your back extensors here. So how's that feel? So now what I'm going to get you to do is put your hand right in the central bit there. Okay. Yep, that will do. Just take one. Your other hand is going to come off and you're going to put that behind you on the foot bar. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is bend the elbow just that little bit. And you're going to pull yourself round. Bend this back elbow a little bit more forward. Nice. How's that feel? Now, the front arm is going to pull down towards your hip just a bit. It's not going to go very far. And back. Just 5 like that. Sort of have this nice sense. I like to sort of feel it's almost like a bow and arrow feeling. Not that I really see that many bow and arrows in my day-to-day life, so I don't have a completely wrong visual for that. Good work, Michael. And then you can turn around and change sides. If you're really tall like Michael, you can take the foot bar up a little bit higher. I'm not that tall, so I'm going to turn around. Now, bring the elbow up to the ceiling. So you're going to rotate there, and you're going to rotate round, and let that elbow come up, and then you're going to pull that towards your hips, forward and back. Good. Just 5. Holding onto the stick, you're going to step out from the well so that you don't get caught between the springs. Got it. Nice. So now what I'm going to get you to do, Michael, is just stay there for a second. You know, it's okay. You've got some more into it. What I'd like you to do is sit here. Now, do you feel like your hamstrings are a bit tight at the moment? Okay. He's laughing at me because he knows that's a reality. So if your hammies are just that little bit tight, what I'm going to suggest you do is have a long box or a little moon box set up for you so that you can take that off, the tension off. I, on the other hand, I think I've got hamstrings the same length as Michael, to be honest. So Michael, can you sit on the long box, and I'm going to get you to be sitting up that end with your feet up where the orange cushion was. Bottom there. I'm still going to keep this on a blue because I'm kind, but if you want to take it to a heavier spring, you can. So Michael, I want you to put your hands wide again, and this time what you're going to do is hold that up, and you're just going to hinge back just a little bit. That's, yeah, nice. How's that feel? Okay, on your tummy? And then come forward. So we'll just do 3 and 4 where you're just keeping the bar just at shoulder height there, okay? Now for some people that's all you might need to do. Don't feel you have to take it up further. If you've got a rotator cuff impingement or any sort of dodginess happening in your shoulder, just keep your arms at this height. Michael, you on the other hand are going to stay there, and you are now going to lift your arms up just to there. Gorgeous. Stay there, take your arms down and back. Just going to do 5. Just a nice arm pull. Really nice tummy work. How's that feel? Okay. So it's sort of a variation of your long box work, but we're adding the spring and we're just sort of working in a slightly different way. Doing more like a neck pull position. Are you okay to stay there? Up. And what you're going to do now is you're just going to dip to the side and then back. Hopefully your tummy has that nice sort of sense of burn, that little sense of warmth. Side to side. So in other words, we're doing with our arms what we did with our legs earlier, that sort of little rainbow movement from side to side. How's that feel? Warm?
They want more of a strain.
The shoulder, yeah. So for some of you, you might, as I say, you might just keep your shoulders up at that height and just do the hinge back and forward. I'm going to get you to put your hands now underneath bar, so into a bicep sort of curl position. And you are going to just lift your elbows up. And from there, it's not that you're moving the bar towards you, it's as in you're not moving from your hands. What I want you to do is think that you're bringing, you don't have to go too far back, you're bringing your elbows back. So it's that your elbows are coming back. So press the elbows back. We're just going to do 6. Good work. Come back up. You can come off there. So if you're feeling really strong, what I would do is get you to do this in long sets. I'll just do that. My hamstrings are a bit better than yours. So I would get you to do this in long set and take yourself up and then pull yourself up and over. I'm going to go up. Pull yourself over. So you're really coming into your rolling series here, but I kind of like the way that the bar allows you to get that nice sort of circular feeling. Feel it's so much nicer than using straps. So from there, hopefully you're feeling a little bit loose. Okay. Michael?
Yeah.
Michael's going, yes, I'm thankful that my hamstrings weren't required to do that. What I'm going to get you to do is I'm just going to get you to take one spring off from there. And then Michael, what you're going to do is just come over here and you're just going to pivot and pull with the back arm. Okay, so holding to there. So front leg, yep, standing there like that. Now, so your legs are in a split stance position, you stand to the side. Front leg is forward and then you're just going to pivot back and roll back. Nice work, Michael. Just take that there from one side. So you should be getting a nice little bit of hamstring release, a little bit of stretch out there. Yeah, good, Michael. How's that feel? Sorry, hamstring, I mean quad release. Good. Stay there, Michael. Put your outside, your non-spring hand underneath. So you're going to stay twisted like that, and then you're just going to take your arm up and back. Feel like you're fishing. Okay, just 5 like that. focus on blue the whole time, and you probably will find it's a little bit easier if you do keep it on the blue spring. Just keeps the loading a little bit better. Nice. One more time. Good work. You go to the other side, please. Just do. So people can see your great footwork. All of those years of surfing, Michael. There. Hold that. So, pulling back. Good. You can feel that oblique muscle is working. Taking it right back. Yep. So underhand grip, and then yeah, no, you got it right. Underhand grip, and you're going to pull back and forward. Just getting just that little bit of movement. Pulling back. Really use the gripper in the hands. I kind of like using the Osso for this just because I feel like I have a better grip, more support in my hands, and I don't have that pesky roll up bar hook in my way. But if you've got a roll up bar, use your roll up bar. Nice. How's that feel?
That's good.
Can we do one more thing? One more thing. Thank you for your. So again, you could do this at the beginning or you could do this at the end of your class. Michael, because you're so tall, you're just going to stand here. You're just going to use the stretch. Just get the whole stretch in your spine. Arch and curl, standing cat-cow. The pull of the spring and the carriage will really give you that sense of, you're really going to get it. You just get the sense of decompression in the spine. Okay, Michael? Yep. Good. Just back there. Curl. Sort of, I feel like I'm a question mark when I first start. Yeah, nice. And then stick your bottom back out and articulate from your back. Yeah, good. Nice. How's that feel, Michael? Sort of nice stretch out in your spine. And then if you like, Michael, what you're going to do is just do a nice foot rotation. So feel like you just drop one side there. Feel that rotation. Do you like the way the dog, Jeff, is just sitting there, completely undisturbed as we work around him? And just rotate around. Really feel that the work is coming as your obliques is twisting around and back. Yeah, nice. How's that feel? Too much? Thank you and enjoy.